Hey guys, welcome to the Dancer's Book. My name is Aleksandar Bonev, and today's video I'm going to show you two major exercises for American Smook and International Standard. For foot pressure. Foot pressure, one of the most important elements that we need to use since let's just say that the floor is our best friend while dancing. So enjoy the video. Alright guys, so a couple of things. First and most important, the video is for foot pressure. What that means is that we're going to try to improve the connection, our feet with the floor and the way that we need to communicate with. So here's the first exercise. The first exercise, I'm going to point my right foot to the side. Actually, I'm going to turn slightly sideways. I'm going to point my right foot to the side. I'm going to have all my pressure, or all my weight, I should say, over the left foot. Now, the first thing I need to acknowledge is when one foot is being pointed to the side, it doesn't mean that it's just hanging and relaxing. They are quite the opposite. In fact, it needs to be well connected and compressed down. Now, the sternum of yours, if I turn the other way, the sternum of yours needs to be well picked up, obviously coming from the center. Everything needs to be constantly elevated. Now, when you have a rising action only through the ankles, what I need you to think of is that you're constantly keeping that connection with the right foot of yours to elevate and then obviously drop back. And once again, to elevate and then drop back. And again, to elevate and drop back. If I do it on the other side, it works quite the same way. We have a elevation through the ankle and then softening. And elevation through the ankle and then softening. Now, if you would like to do it with slightly soft knees, you can certainly do that. So you can drop the standing foot, and from here you obviously have a knee rise as well as ankle rise. You can in fact keep the softness of the knee a little bit and then drop back. And once again, the softness of the knee and then drop back. It is okay if you feel tons of pressure in your calves area. It is okay if you feel tons of pressure in your ankles area. I firmly believe that when you're dancing, if you don't use your feet, if you don't put a lot of pressure towards the floor, often you'll be struggling with balance. Another thing that you need to connect while dancing that exercise, while practicing that exercise, again, is the sternum and the center. So just keep that in mind. Now I'm going to do the same exercise. This time I'm going to just drop the knee and we go and up and down, and up, and down. And as you can see, I'm actually maintaining that softness, the left knee of mine. Now, you can definitely do that with the other foot of yours. If my left foot is free, first I'm going to start just with the ankle exercise, going up. And yes, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. The slower, the harder, but that's really the right way. And then you can drop the knee. That's it. And then drop the knee. Now, before I move to the next exercise, I want to show you the same exercise of this without connecting the moving foot. So here's my point. To be honest, I have nothing there. I'm going to start pulling it. Now, because I'm dancing on one foot, if I disconnect the right foot of mine, that immediately means that I'm dancing on one foot. Makes everything far more complicated for the body to battle and to control. Not to mention that likely after you have any sort of rise, after that you either change weight and move, obviously change direction, or if it's a continuation of the movement, you simply move somewhere else. So not connecting both feet will definitely be an interesting experience of yours for the next figure, whatever that will be. All right, so the next exercise. The next exercise is a constant awareness of a pickup, your center and sternum between transitions. And the way that you can improve that is a very basic exercise. So you can dance the exercise with flat feet on the floor, or you can dance them on your tippy toes. It's entirely up to you. First, I'm going to show with a flat feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up, point, arrive. Pick up, feet together if I have to change weight, or I can just pass. And before I shift my weight, I will again pick up and then drop. And pick up and then drop. Although the exercises itself may look extremely simple, as soon as you start doing it, I'm sure you'll feel the difficulty or essentially the constant awareness of the pickup. The exercise is meant to teach you that. So the first exercise is dedicated strictly to your leg work, and then the second exercise that I'm demonstrating right now is for a constant awareness of the pickup, which obviously is one of the things people struggle with. If you're moving backwards, once again, simply with flat feet, what we're gonna do is, before you move the foot, we're gonna pick up. Now we move the foot. Before we shift the weight, we pick up to shift the weight. Before we move the foot, we pick up, we point. Before we shift the weight, we pick up to arrive. Before we move the left foot, we pick up, we point. Before we shift the weight, we pick up, and then we arrive. Okay, this is the easier version. You can also do that with being dense on the tippy toes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna elevate. Here's where the foot pressure actually comes in place as well, because if you have no foot pressure and if you're trying to dance this, you'll be struggling. So we need to pick up and then point. Pick up to transition. Pick up to point. Pick up to transition. Pick up to point, and pick up to transition. Now, you can definitely dance that backwards as well. So, picking up first as much as you can, and you can start with either foot. Here's my point. Before I transition the weight over the right foot of mine, I need to pick up, and this is the way I do the transition. So, there's a difference between, let me demonstrate. First of all, I'm gonna move without a pickup. So, here's my point. Here's me arriving. Here's my point. Here's me arriving, but I'm dancing flat, which is not exactly what you want to do when you're dancing with a rise and fall and so forth. So once again, the proper way. So up, point, up, arrive, up, point the foot, up, arrive on the foot, up, point the foot, up, arrive on the foot. Good. Same exercises for elevation you can practice sideways. The only difference here is that we're not going to pass the feet, obviously, because we'll have a chassis action. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to put them together, change weight, and then transition. So if I dance flat, what I'm going to do is pick up, point, pick up, arrive, pick up, feet together, pick up, change weight, pick up, point, pick up, change weight, and so forth. I'm dressed with black, so the pickup may not be the most obvious thing that you see, but unless you're feeling it, unless you're feeling that someone is kind of compressing towards the center of your belly button and essentially the sternum is constantly elevated, you're probably not doing it right. So if we go on our tippy toes, we're going to go to the side, we do a pickup, and a point, and a pickup to change weight, and a pickup to put a feet together, and a pickup to point, and a pickup to change weight, and so forth. All right, well, I hope that this those exercises were helpful for you. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button and share with your family and friends. I will see you in the next video. Thanks and bye-bye.